Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. Oh, cool. The 9th of February of 2024, and according to my calendar, it is National Pizza Day. Booyah! As you can see, I love pizza. Anyway, well, a few things have been happening since yesterday. Number one, the Supreme Court heard arguments about whether Trump should be on the ballot or not. And it looks like he's going to be on all the ballots. So you can start crying now that you lost yet another case. Because during the arguments, apparently, well, not apparently, I saw clips, but during the arguments, every time they mentioned insurrection, somebody would turn around and say, on the Supreme Court, but it wasn't an insurrection. No one was charged with insurrection. Trump wasn't even charged with a crime. So what's your argument here? And it went on and on and on. He's going to be on all 50 states. So you want to start your tears now? You want to buy some fucking tissues? Because that's yet another loss on your record. Or it's going to be anyway. If for some reason it shifts, that would be the oddest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Because after hearing the arguments, I don't see any way Trump doesn't win that argument for being on all the ballots. I just don't see it. Anyway, get your tissues ready, okay? Because you're going to start fucking crying like you always do. And I know you're going to come at me in the comments. How do you know? It hasn't been determined yet. If you watch and you pay attention, you'll know. That's number one. Number two, there was a study or a report or some kind of investigation on Biden's, head. How he doesn't remember things and blah, blah, blah. And they think he isn't all there. In fact, apparently one of the questions was he couldn't remember his own son's death. Now, that one I can't blame him on too much because he's a parent. And nobody wants to remember that day. It's always there in the back of your mind. It's in the way back of his mind because I don't understand what people are studying. You have eyes. Hopefully you have a semblance of common sense. This man is not well. If you watch press conferences, something is wrong. Okay? Don't sit here and tell me that he's making any decisions. Very few, if any. Because I don't think he knows what the fuck is going on half the time. I really don't. If you watch the man during press conferences, he gets lost. He fumbles words. He forgets what place he's at. I mean, my God, there's been evidence of a card, who to call on and what the question's going to be. How much more evidence do you need? Now, granted, you may not like Trump. But right now, with the way things are going, he's your only other choice. Because the DNC didn't give you a Democratic choice other than Biden. They blocked everybody from running against him. They did everything in their power to stop anyone running against Biden. So, if you're a Democrat or a liberal, you've been hoodwinked. Okay? If you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you. They are making decisions for you. You're not being allowed to vote for the candidate you want. If you want to vote for Biden, hey, go right ahead. I don't know why you would, but okay, go ahead. But if you're a liberal or a Democrat and you think, well, maybe Joe needs to go. You know, you may think he's doing a good job, but he's not going to last another 4 years. I almost guarantee that. Almost. Because I've been wrong plenty of times. But he is not going to last cognitive-wise. He may be alive, but I don't know if he knows what the fuck is going on half the time. And the DNC decided, well, this is the guy we're going with. We're not giving you a choice to pick somebody else. Okay? So right off the bat right there, that should worry you. But for some reason, it doesn't. Now, maybe there isn't a better candidate. But you wouldn't know. You weren't given the choice. We have an incumbent, and that's it. That's who we're riding with. Riding with Biden. And that should piss you off. Or at least worry you some. That they are dictating who you should vote for. We don't think anybody else is good enough. We're not going to let anybody else run against Joe Biden on the Democratic side. This is your choice, like it or not. How do you let that go? How do you not turn around and say, why are you not giving me a choice of who I want to run this country? They're doing the same thing with Trump. They're trying to get him off the ballot so they decide who runs the country. It's not good. It's not, if you're following this at all, it's not good. It's really not. There is a problem that's brewing big time. Big time. Now, you can call me a Trumper or whatever. If Trump wasn't running, I'd probably still see who the Republican candidate was. Because I'm sorry, this man isn't there. And you don't need studies or committees or all kinds of people to tell you this. You have eyes. Use them. Use your common sense if you have any left. The older you get, the more you realize something is fucked up. And this is it. Look, you want to vote for Biden? I don't give a rat's ass. I really don't. If you think that you're better off with Biden than anybody else, forget about Trump, than anybody else, then that's your vote. And no one's going to change your mind on that. But you do have to keep your eyes open to what is going on and realize something is fucked up. That's all I got to say on this. And booyah, everybody.